Welcome to Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. We're joined by women's track and field head coach, Chereé Hicks. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you're going into your second year as head of the program here at JMU, and we haven't talked to you yet this 2016 season. I just wanted to ask you first and foremost, how did off-season training go this past year?
Well, off-season training, it went well so far. We had a couple of injuries, a couple of people that have had to sit out, so we were missing them during this first meet. But for the most part, we think that it went successful, but it's up to these meets to really see where we're at and then kind of build upon that.
Yeah, and then you, along with the other coaches, how have you guys been feeling heading into this year with all the new additions and then some very talented athletes coming back from last year?
Well, with the new additions and with the talent that we already had coming back, the main process is kind of just see where our new additions are and then work from there, and then see where the talent that is coming back, where they are, and work from there. Everybody's at a different place at this time. The freshmen are at a different place than the veterans and so on and so forth. So with that, it's just seeing where everybody is individually and moving forward from there. So that's what our goal is for this season. Our goal is at the start. And then from then on, everybody just has to get on board and compete.
Gotcha. Yeah, this past weekend on Saturday was the beginning of the 2016 indoor season with the Father Diamond Invitational up in Fairfax. George Mason hosted that. So what did you think about the results that we showed there this past weekend?
Well, it was a start.
Sure.
So
Sure.
that's basically just what it was. It was a start. We had a little bit of a slow start in a lot of different areas. We had a couple of highlights here and there, and that was awesome to have. But we're actually just looking for those highlights to increase. More people to join in on those highlights, more people to have qualify for ECACs. But it's a start to see where we're at right now after coming off of fall training, and it's a start to move up forward with. So we can look at video. We can review our mental preparation for Father Diamond and see how we can adjust that going into the Kentucky meet. We could review the technical stuff from Father Diamond and use that to go forward in our Kentucky meet, next meet. So that's what happened. It was a pretty decent meet. There were a lot of people that competed. Okay, yeah. So and that's the main thing. Let's just get out there and compete and move forward from there.
So you talked about some highlights that we had this past weekend. I know we won the 4x800 meter relay, and then Ariel Scott had definitely some great showings in both the 60-meter dash and hurdles. Was there anybody else who sort of stood out to you this past Saturday?
Well, what stood out for me this past Saturday were a few of our personal bests that we had on the team. Anytime that you come to a track meet and give your lifetime best performance, that's a good day. So we had Dominique Johnson in the shot put. We had Nicole Goff in the mile. And we also had, as you mentioned before, Ariel Scott not just qualifying in the ECAC 60-meter hurdles, but also had a lifetime best in the 60-meter dash.
That's fantastic. So now coming up, we have the Kentucky Invitational, as you did mention. What do you hope to see out of that meet? Is there anyone who you hope to see individually really step it up going into the next meet?
No, not so much individual. We're basically just looking for the team as a whole to compete well, and to improve upon what they did last week. Just as far as performance-wise, mark-wise, mental preparation-wise, just be able to come in there, compete, and give it their all that day. So that's what we're looking for, and learn from the previous meet and apply that into this next meet, into the Kentucky Invitational.
Great. Well, stay tuned on JMUsports.com for all your information regarding track and field this season. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.